We are here with Anish after a brilliant victory against the world champion, Ding Liren. Anish, you came, you were smiling, you were quite happy right now. Tell us a bit about your feelings.
No, I'm of course very happy to be the world champion. This year I've beaten a world champion, you could say thrice maybe. I mean, it's hard to say because I beat Magnus when he was world champion, then I beat Ding before he was world champion, now I beat him again, so I'm really happy with that. But as you mentioned before we started the interview, we are just taking advantage of the tired world champion.
Tell us a bit about how you took advantage of the energy levels. You started off with this idea,
opening,
H3,
I think I remembered that this move order is not very good because I can sack. Yeah, because I think the sack here is strong. Like in many cases, the sack is okay for black, but in this case, I think it was strong. But here,
perhaps maybe he can start with G5 before castle?
Yeah, obviously, yes. For example, I mean, amongst many things you can do is you can start with, but of course here, I mean, you have to reckon like H4 is a thing, yeah. So it's not so obvious. But in general, like there are so many move orders. It's just I was fortunate that I looked at this. There was one hilarious idea here that you go King E2. You see this one? It's very nice.
This is what Fabi was mentioning.
Did he know it before? Or?
No. He was just wondering what the move is after bishop takes f2.
No. This is I had this position in my prep with slightly different version. I knew this idea. But here, I was not sure. I think I should have gone rook f1 and knight f5. Later I realized that because I didn't see what he wants to do, but I felt that this was soft. Yeah, maybe. Because, okay, the idea of rook h8 is very interesting. Now he wants to set up the bishop f2 trick. Let's say g4, he goes bishop f2. If I go knight g3, there is actually a very beautiful, a beautiful idea. I thought knight g3 is very bad because of king g6. Okay, I didn't see knight f5. I thought h4, and that's very nice. Now bishop g4, bishop f6, queen d7. This is the thematic trick.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fall for.
Gets trapped.
Yeah, knight e3, bishop e3, fe is sort of a thing in these positions. So I was kind of going for this. And after queen d7, I just got a little confused. I didn't see how to break through somehow because I was calculating the stuff with rook f1, knight b8, knight f5, takes, knight d7, f4, I guess. I think ef4 even, I was not sure. And it was a little vague all. I didn't see how I'm winning. Rook f4, yes, and it's not obvious. Let's say queen e5 compares to king d2. I didn't quite see all this. Like I thought he might escape here. So I thought long castle, I thought it was strong because knight b8, the idea was to go d4. Yeah. And this, I was not sure actually. I was actually expecting this. I think I saw. I think I saw. I have a repetition. At least. I'm wondering why not queen g3 first. Knight d5, bishop f6. No. Ah, this is an illusion.
Queen h7, queen h. No. Queen
yeah. This is an illusion. Okay. Maybe.
Wait, where's the illusion? Ah.
Yeah.
He has another knight.
Yeah. I think. Okay. So I need to first include bishop d5.
Okay.
c6, and now do this. And now I can take on e7 and take on e6, and the d6 pawn is falling. Okay, like that, yeah. I mean, frankly, I was not sure. Actually, he was probably okay after this whole thing. It's probably a draw. It was very vague to me. Rook h8, I was very confused. He played very fast.
Draw, but not easy, right?
No, and also, I mean, it's just like super unclear. I mean, I knew knight f1, bishop f2 idea. Like, to be honest, that was more or less all about this position. Yeah. It was not even this position. It was frankly another one, which was very similar. So I had to like figure out on my own, and I was far from sure if I'm following the right path. It was all a little vague. I mean, knight f5, knight d5, without the engine screaming. You know, I have a very nice setup. You know, in my room, I have like a bunch of engines. They're super deep, and I'm sitting there, and it's all clear. Knight f5, knight d5, and it all looks great. Yeah. Then you come to the board, and you're a total idiot. You have not forget. You just have no idea. Like you look at the same knight d5, knight f5, and you don't know which one on your powerful engine is +2, which one is -0.50. You know which one is, and it looks all very different.
But it's also one of those positions that you don't take seriously as much because you see +2 and then you continue a little bit, but then you're like, okay.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, you cannot. If you're going to check every +2 in this kind of openings, I mean, you need to prepare a lot of months, and there are so many +2s. So, of course, I shouldn't have checked it. I'm just saying that it was not easy to play. Of course, I was very happy.
Of course not.
Of course, I was happy. I thought as soon as he allows knight d4, as soon as he allows d4, I thought he's toast. But it was very unclear, I realized, after he played it. I see now computer says knight f5. I didn't really see the point after this and knight d7. I thought he's escaping now. Okay, I mean, computer says, yeah, you can just do it slowly. Okay, but I thought d4. The whole point of going long castle was that I have knight b8, d4. Yeah. And in dcd, I thought knight c6 maybe. And I was calculating this line. Actually, I thought at some point maybe he's all right. I think rook d4. But then upon closer inspection, I realized I am better, so I can take, knight g4. E4. I thought rook f8, take, queen b7. I thought actually he might hold this. I didn't see e4. I thought rook f8.
So like
yeah, knight f6, rook f6, queen b7. This was what I thought, and I thought that actually he might hold.
Yeah.
But at this point,
close, right?
I was not sure. I realized I was not even sure. Maybe I was never winning. I don't know. I was just sort of going with the flow, and I was happy at least. Here was a key moment after queen b4. I have queen e2 because king b1. My original intention would be a mistake for a different reason than I thought. Although I saw this actually that it's probably a draw. This thing, yeah, it's a beautiful perpetual. And queen e4 check. I saw this one, yeah. I also thought, besides this, I also thought bishop d4 was okay. Rook d4, e d4, dfe. But yeah, I mean, okay, it of course feels very dubious, but I thought it was okay. But it's actually not. Yeah, I mean, bishop.
So you have take knight g4.
Yeah, I didn't see knight g4, of course. I mean, I'm down in exchange, but.
His king is super
Yeah, I
exposed.
missed knight g4. I thought, this stuff is hanging here, so I missed this.
But even this is not.
No, anyway,
super
queen
easy
e2. Queen
to
e2 was anyway.
assess,
Queen e2 was the key anyway.
Best move, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw this was another move I have, and I thought king b1 is better, but then I realized actually that queen e2 is the move.
Yeah.
And that's where I felt, like here I felt that things are turning my way. Now I was certain I'm better. And he tried, I'm not sure if I
For us,
converted.
it almost felt like this was the critical moment. If
Yeah,
you
yeah, it
find
was.
queen e2,
Yes.
practically he's the one having a much more
Yeah, and
difficult
it was,
situation.
here was interesting. I could go knight c2, which was good, but I thought bishop d4. Yeah, here, okay, the hand took. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I thought, if rook d4 is indeed winning, and I'm not gonna do it, like
Yes.
then I'm the bad guy,
You have to sacrifice the rook.
Yeah. Okay, and here he is completely lost. Yeah, it's nice because he after the game he tried rook h2. It felt very bad for him, but we didn't see actually the exact win here after king g8. But it is bishop to d3, taking away the h7 square. Very important. Yeah, I hope I would have found this.
Discovery checks.
But basically, the point here is that my king is super safe. Bishop on b5 is nice because there is no perpetual mechanism anymore.
Yeah.
And his king on f8 is slow burning, and after king g8, knight h6, yeah, it's all over. So I think I was quite lucky somewhere around here. Normally he would calculate these things better than me, but taking advantage of title champion.
Anish +1 going into the championship round, still half a point behind the leader or the leaders, depending on what Ali Reza is going to do. Tomorrow you're playing one of them, Fabiano with the black pieces. How are you going to strategize that matchup?
Well, nowadays it's very difficult. Also for players playing white. Because, against 1e4, I can play the Berlin, I can play the knight, I can also play the French, as is very trendy now.
Yes.
But the problem for the black players is that nobody knows also what first move white will play, so it's hard to strategize. But I think more than the tournament score, I'm just happy that I won a game because it's been a while, and it's very hard to win a game in a top tournament, in a top classical tournament, because everybody is very well prepared, defending very well, and there are many ways in which you can not win a game. First of all, you might get worse. Secondly, you might have equality and not have any chances. Third, you might get a chance but not utilize it. Fourth, you might be winning but you might ruin it. Fifth, you might be completely winning and you might still ruin it.
So how many of those did you have in this tournament?
Yeah, in my career I've had plenty, but in this tournament so far I didn't have any chances. On very small ones, like very fleeting ones. Like against Alireza, I had the one move when I was a bit better, and I misassessed that moment, and then I was no better anymore. So I'm just happy that I won today's game. I think the standing, it's early to count the hands. I play still wonderful players. Every day here, it's you're treated, to either a world champion or a challenger or a next challenger. And I have still Fabiano, who is a legend, and Jan Nepomniachtchi, playing contemporary legends of our sport every day, and this is really beautiful. And in general, I think this tournament is quite wonderful because it is, you sort of play this generation of legends born around 1990, and there are no youngsters, nor is there Magnus. It's okay. Alireza doesn't count; he's too high rated to be a youngster. So it is sort of an interesting
mix,
pure event. Well, the opposite. There's no mix. It's like one generation is present here. It's actually very interesting.
But still, Alireza is kind of like the new generation.
Alireza will accept him because he's very high rated. We'll accept him in. But I mean, usually you've got Gukesh, Abdusatorov.
He's an elder already.
Alireza also. He's so it's too cocky to be a youngster.
Speaking of Alireza, Anish, and you're a great commentator, and you actually made some interesting points. Tell us a bit about this endgame.
Yeah, it's fascinating, this one. As far as I remember, but I was thinking about it. So as far as I remember, this should be lost for black. And I even think, okay, just for argument's sake, I even think I thought this was lost because I remembered that the wisdom is if you've got the pawn on h6, you don't have rook h6, rook e6 moves. So the wisdom is that you should not have that pawn on h6. But I was, yes. But then I was wondering while we were talking, I was wondering about one thing. So I think this is supposed to be a Zugzwang, something like that.
Give some checks.
This is the Zugzwang. But then I was wondering how does white win after this? Because queen f8 and rook f6 check.
Yeah.
But I see that. Okay, we need table bases.
And then what?
Maybe we get.
G7?
Yeah, we get. King g7, queen e5.
Ah, queen e5.
Yeah, anyway, I was slightly wondering about it. But as far as I remember, maybe I mixed up with something very similar, but as far as I remember, the knowledge is that with the pawn on h6...
no, I think you're correct about that.
Like this position. With the pawn on h6 is a win for white, and without the black pawn on h6 is a draw, which is insanely counterintuitive. Yeah. It's like incredible. And the point is that you've got rook h6, rook e6. Well, I think the thing about the game, I think it's even easier, because there is no more the stalemate ideas. The extra f-pawn, it's just nice to have. Mm-hmm. And I think when you eventually... We need to do it.
So let's say you go king f5.
Yeah, then rook a5. We need to do it accurate. Maybe here, here, and then here. I think once you get this, rook e6, maybe f3. I think this is sort of the Zugzwang we have, and now king h7, queen f8 is winning on the spot. And
you don't even have rook f6.
No,
you still have the G
and in general, it's nicer to have a pair of pawns on the board. Just for the winning side, it's always better to have a pair more. So I think this is a win, and the idea is that if you make a random move here, there's going to be some bad news happening to you. I don't know what it is, but something bad should happen to you. Oh, also, you know what's the problem, Christian? Another problem we have here. Another problem we have is that...
if you go rook e6, queen takes e6.
Yeah, this is another problem that you wouldn't have without the G and F pawns.
Yeah.
It should be a technical win for Alireza. I am curious, was the mix-up as early as...
Not so much. Not so much.
Yeah, he was all right, yeah?
No, he equalized.
Was fine. Oh, he was equalized. Okay,
he equalized,
Just the rook takes maybe, the more natural. Oh,
I think just giving up the pawn was probably not
it was actually cool, though. But he should have brought the knight to
g6, but it's a bit counterintuitive.
Yeah, actually, it was. He played pretty well in the opening, with black. Yeah. But of course, when you sacrifice pawn for activity, you gotta have it all straightened out. Yeah, not easy.
Anish, thank you very much for joining us and giving your insights.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you.